we just really love soaking up wisdom. And so we're really blessed. And I'd say we're blessed, but we're also on the front foot around finding people who have done the journey, way ahead of us, whether it's our best friends that have been married 7 years or couples that have been married 1 year. But we've also got friends in their 70s and 80s who we regard as really close friends that have been married 40, 50 years. And we just learn so much from them, and we soak up that sort of wisdom from them.
They give quite frequently, and we also just ask.
Yeah.
So,
I love that because that's one of my favorite quotes. It's success leaves clues. You can find somebody who's done what you're trying to do, or someone who's written a book about what you're trying to do, or produced a docuseries or whatever it might be. Somebody has overcome this problem before you.
Totally.
So take the shortcut. And that was definitely part of, I guess, our desire to create this Fuel Collective space and the Date Forever podcast is that we are 12, 13 years in, and we're learning stuff that it's that would have been handy to know a decade ago. And I think you're in that unconscious incompetence where you don't know what you don't know. And like you said, Ryan, the two of you have both grown up in environments where you had, loving family relationships modeled to you. Lots of people haven't.
Totally.
And then we enter these relationships where the Disney version is that it lasts forever and ever, and you meet the person and it's just should be easy and happily ever after. But the reality is so different than that, and somehow we're just meant to figure it out without, I guess, a manual. So I really love that you're nurturing this community of people or connections that you're learning from, because I feel that that's something that we do too. It's these people who have overcome relationship problems or relationship hurdles, or not even that, but they've gone through that stage of life together as a partnership in what is a thriving relationship, not just a relationship that it's truly growing, thriving, empowered, happy, and going somewhere.
And I guess the thing is too, even if you've had role models like your parents or other people in your life, you don't actually get to have that sneak peek behind the curtains as to what they're doing to really keep their relationships filled up. So
unless you ask, right?
Unless you ask.
Or unless they pass away, that's when the questions start to come is, how did they do that? How did they overcome that? You don't ask that while people are alive. And so that's probably a good challenge for those listening is ask them those questions. Imagine that person wasn't with you anymore. What would you want to ask them about their relationship, their business, their family, their thoughts, their mentality, those sorts of things? Because I can tell you from experience, you don't think about it until you lose them. And then you're like, wow, I now have to ask not only the other half, whoever that is. For me, it's mum, and she gets frustrated that she can't remember some of those early experiences and stuff. It's really important to ask now, especially hard questions.